Hello and welcome to this very special edition of Becca's Talking. This is a little bit different podcast today. Normally I have guests in the studio and we talk about a lot of different things. The whole idea of this podcast, as I envision it at least, is to give you an opportunity to maybe meet people you wouldn't have a chance to meet in your everyday life. Interesting people with stories to tell. And these are interesting people with a story to tell, and they're people that you probably see on a regular basis, but you never talk to them. I'm talking about the people you see on street corners with the cardboard signs that say, "We'll work for food," or "Homeless, God bless," or whatever the signs might say. And you may drive by, maybe you'll stop by and give them a buck or two. That might, whatever, however you handle that. But yeah, these are the people, but you never really stop and talk to them. How do they get this way? How do they live this way? Do they like living this way? I had a lot of questions. So I went out on the road, and I stopped and I talked to a number of these homeless people. And it was fascinating. Somebody asked me, they said, was there a unifying theme to everything? And I would say, if there was, it would be mental health, that all these people were dealing with mental health issues in one way, shape, or form. But other than that, their stories are different about how they got there. I did not put everyone in the podcast, everyone I talked to in the podcast. First of all, I'll let you know, everyone that I talked to, I gave them $10 for their time, and I let them know very much. So I let them know this was going to be on the internet. It was going to be out there. I did not in any way, shape, or form try to fool them or con them or anything like that, and I paid them $10 for their time for the interview. And everybody, I'll be honest with you, it was actually very nice, very, very gracious, very, very human. And we don't always see these people as being very human. A couple of people that I didn't put on. One man was dealing with such a bad mental health problem. He thought he was God. I mean, he thought he was God. And he talked about his children. He had two children, and he wasn't talking about it like from a God perspective, like, my children were Jesus Christ. No, he was talking about he had a couple of kids that, he was trying to keep in touch with, but wasn't really doing a great job, I don't think, keeping in touch with them. But anyway, that interview was just so sad. And the man obviously was just in such bad shape. I didn't want to put that out there for him. I didn't want to, humiliate him like that. And then the other one was a woman that I saw, a woman panhandler. And she didn't want to go on camera. But she was happy to talk to me, but she didn't want to go on camera. And I asked her how she got that way, how she got on a street corner with just the cardboard sign. She was the victim of domestic violence. She'd been homeless like that for probably about 3 or 4 weeks, she said. I asked her if she ever had to resort to prostitution to pay the bills. She told me that she didn't. But she was just a sad, broken woman who was on the street and hoped she wouldn't be on the street much longer. Anyway, those are just some of the stories that didn't make the podcast. I will tell you this, the audio on the podcast is not your traditional podcast audio. We're not in a studio, so therefore you're going to hear cars in the background, traffic in the background. You're going to hear maybe some muffled talk because might have been off mic a little bit here or there. But overall, the stories themselves, I think, are very interesting. There's also two things I want to foreshadow as you listen to this. One is there was a guy towards the end, a meth addict, and he rightfully admits he's a meth addict and didn't seem to be too bothered by it. He talked about how he had a debit card. And I just sort of thought that, well, he had a bank account of some sort. I wasn't really thinking so much about what life on the street was really like. So I didn't ask him if that debit card was stolen. I didn't ask him if that debit card was actually viable. I guess I just sort of thought that he had a bank account somewhere. And my guess is that he didn't, now in hindsight. So that was a question that I asked there. And another one here that when I was talking to someone, the man that's under the bridge, and this is the one that the audio is the most difficult to listen to. I'm off mic on this one. But he talks about it, and he readily admits He readily admits that alcohol was the reason. And another unifying theme with all of these people that I talked to, it seemed to be that they always wanted to, they wanted to get help, didn't know where to turn for help, didn't want to make the effort to get help. Anyway, you listen to all of these and make up your own mind, come to your own conclusions. This is what it was like on the streets of Omaha. What's your first name, sir?
Marty.
Marty? How long have you been living on the streets?
About 10 years now.
How did it get to this point?
I drink way too much. And I haven't spoken to my family since I was 16. That's been 4 years now.
So you had a tough childhood?
Yeah. My stepdad was fairly abusive.
Uh-huh.
So I spent as much time out as I could. I didn't stay at the house as much. I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. How old were you when you started drinking?
12.
12. You started drinking at 12. And then you moved out of the house when you were 16?
That's when I finally split, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the old man did not get along at all.
Did you get a job and try to lead a straight life, or have you just been an alcoholic your whole life and living on the streets?
I've been sober. I went 10 years without a drink. And then had a heart attack. Now I've had 5 of them in 4 years.
You've had 5 heart attacks? Where do you get your health care?
Medicaid. I don't even have ID right now. Somebody stole my wallet and all my phone, everything. So I'm basically stuck out here until I can get some more ID. And my last 2 jobs, they said their insurance wouldn't cover me because of the heart attacks. So
you can't get a job?
If I can get ID again, I think I can probably get a job. I just don't know how long I can hold it. It's gonna have to be something lightweight. I can't do a lot of heavy labor anymore.
Yeah.
It's the heart.
Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 56.
50 what?
56.
56, yeah. 56. So you're gonna live your life the rest of your life like this?
No. No, I'm applying for disability right now. But I gotta wait until the application goes through. Once I get disability, I'll be back I'll get an apartment, and when I'm by myself,
yeah,
I don't drink as much.
Now you're holding a sign. What does your sign say there? Your sign says, "Anything helps, God bless."
Yep.
I noticed you're holding it upside down before. Were you even aware of that?
No.
What?
I haven't slept in like 2 days.
Yeah. Why not?
Nerves.
Yeah.
I just lay here tossing and turning.
Right here, Brother Mose. What's up? How you been?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. An old friend.
Yeah.
So you're sleeping here. You're sleeping here under the bridge, right by Creighton on the Cumming Street.
Yep, 27th.
Yeah. So you sleep there. Are you ever in any danger? Do you feel in danger, or?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Most of the people know me up here. I'm friends with almost all of them. So I'm not too worried about anything up here.
Yeah. Now, like when the College World Series comes to town, or Berkshire Hathaway comes to town, or something like that, I notice there don't seem to be as many homeless people on the street. Do they come by and put you somewhere? What do?
They come by and chase us off.
Where do you go?
Shelter. Francis House usually.
Yeah.
Or I might go sleep in a park. I've done that a few times recently.
Yeah.
I got a couple of friends that will let me couch sit every now and then for a few days.
And on the street like this, with your sign that says, God bless, anything helps, how much money can you make?
I made almost $300 one night.
One day you make $300? What's an average?
Usually about 30.
About 30? How long are you out here for the $30?
Most of the day.
Most of the day, huh? What do people say, or do they say anything to you as you're trying to panhandle for money?
I've had a couple of people come by and say, get a job, get off the streets, you're a homeless bum. But most of the people are really nice. Even when they don't have anything for me, they stop and they wave, they say hi, ask my name, they'll pray for me. I've had a couple of women get out of their cars and hold up traffic just to pray for me.
Does that change your mind in any way, or make you want to get off the booze?
Well, like I said, I was sober for 10 years.
But you're not sober now, are you?
I am right now. I'm coming down.
Okay, so you were
Starting to shake a little bit.
Okay, so you were drinking, because I noticed all the empty vodka bottles and stuff there under the bridge.
Yeah, a lot of guys come by and sit down and...
Yeah, so that's not all you.
No.
All right. Well, anything else you want people to know about the life that you live? Are you happy living like this?
Not really. I feel sorry for myself a lot. But, like I said, as soon as I get my ID back and my disability comes through, 5 heart attacks in 4 years, my disability will be coming through. So, as soon as that comes through, I'll get myself a place and I'll sober up.
How long have you been living on the street?
I've been on the street for about 4 or 5 years now.
What was your situation? How'd you end up here?
I had a girlfriend. I was living with my girlfriend for a while, and then I got kicked out because I got into a fight with her, and the family management found out they kicked me out. So then I was on the streets, and I couldn't find anybody else to go live with. So then I went to a homeless shelter, and I've been in a homeless shelter ever since.
So you spend your nights at Open Door Mission or Sienna Francis House? Or?
Yeah, I got a tent. I use my tent. I camp out with my tent.
You just camp out here?
Yeah. Camp out around this area, in this area somewhere in the park or somewhere where I know it's safe so the cops don't get to me. And if I don't do that, then I go to Sienna Francis House and I'll spend the night there and we're spending as long as I need there. So I take the shower, change clothes and all that.
Yeah. Now I see you're got a sign here that says it's your birthday.
Yeah, all right.
Is it really your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Do you find you get more money when you've got a sign that says it's your birthday, or what signs work best for you?
Actually, I found that this sign that I've had, the birthday sign I've found it worked pretty well. I've made maybe 40, 50 bucks in the last 2 days.
You made how much?
40 or 50 bucks. Yesterday I made 50, today I made 40.
Okay, how long you been out here today?
I've been out here since 9 o'clock.
Okay, so that's been about 3 hours or so, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. I mean, there are other days that I'll be out here for like 5, 6, 7 hours and I'll make maybe 5, 10, 15 bucks. That's about it. I mean, it all depends on the traffic. It all depends on how well they like my sign. So,
what do people say to you when they give you the money?
A lot of them say, God bless you, or I'll ask them what my name is and say, I'll put you in my prayers and, have God bless you and everything else. And a lot of them will just say, just get out the streets and go get a job. It's like, well, I wish I could get a job, but I have a shattered knee, so I can't get a job.
You can't get a job?
No, I got a shattered knee.
Okay, but there's got to be jobs, maybe a sit-down job somewhere, right?
Right, but unfortunately for that, I mean, I can only sit down for like 5, 10 minutes and I got to stand up. And a lot of jobs don't want that. They want someone who's going to be able to do their job and sit down. And so, I mean, I've had a couple people come up to me and say they had a job that they wanted me to do, but yet they never came back. So, I mean, I've been trying to look for a job and everything else, but it's kind of hard, especially in this economy.
What about drugs and alcohol? Are you drinking? You on drugs?
No. I smoke, that's about it. I don't do any drugs. I quit doing drugs after I saw my best friend overdose on meth, and that was enough for me.
Do you feel like you're in any danger? Oh,
thank you. No, I don't. At all.
I thought she came by and just gave me some crackers, huh?
Yep. I usually get crackers or I get food. Like someone delivered me a meal. I get drinks. So it all depends on how they feel or what their mood is.
Okay.
So I mean, sometimes it's nice. Sometimes I wonder why I do this sometimes, but most of the time I'm glad I do it because I get money and I can get my soda and my cigarettes and stuff, so I'm pretty good.
Do you like living like this?
No, I don't. To tell you the truth, I wish I could find somewhere I could go to help me get a place of my own, so I could have a place of my own, so I could live and not have to worry about doing this all the time. Because some days are good, some days are bad. It just depends.
Are you saying there's no social services to help someone like you out?
There's social services, but you have to jump through hoops just to try to even get into a program, or even try to get into to anywhere to try to do that. I mean, it's like, most places you go to, you want to ask, you go out to ask for help, because you're homeless. They look at you like you're crazy. They're like, well, you need a social security card or an ID, And it's like, well, okay. Trying to do that, and the place I'm staying at, the Savannah Francis house, they say they'll help you, but it takes them like 2 to 3 weeks before, maybe even a month before they even get you your social security card and your ID. So it's like, I'm trying to get enough money up to where I can go get my ID and not have to worry about it. Then I can go to these places and get help. But it's just
Okay, but you've been doing this for years now, so you've obviously made enough money at some point to be able to get your ID and to do this. You just don't want to necessarily jump through the hoops you have to jump through to get a real life, huh?
Right. I want to. I think it's gradually basically getting down to where I'm, with all the money I make, I think I'm gonna start saving it up and go get my ID so I can go to places, like Together Inc. or Heartland Family Services and get in there, try to get into the program and try to get a place of my own so I can get off the street. So I have a life of my own and not have to worry about being out here like this and trying to fly and trying to make money of my own.
What do you want people to know about people like you?
People like me and that I have friends like this. We're not bad guys. We're not out here begging you for money. We're not out here, stealing. We're trying to make a life of our own, and it's not easy. Granted, it's not easy, but you don't have to be rude, when you come by. If you see us sitting there or standing here with a sign, or you see us on the street or something, don't give us the dirty looks. Don't judge us just because we're homeless. Not everybody's perfect. We're individuals. We're humans too. We have feelings. If you don't like something we're doing, tell us. Don't sit there and drive away and not say anything to us. That irritates me.
Okay, now you say you're not begging for money.
I'm not.
But it looks to me like that's what you're doing.
I'm not begging. Here's the difference, okay? And you're not the first person that said that. Here's the difference. If I was begging for money, I'd be standing up when these cars pull up and I'd be knocking on their windows asking for money. I'm not doing that. I'm sitting here, holding my sign. If they give me money, they give me money. If they don't, they don't. I'm not gonna get mad at them. I'm not gonna get anything. Hey, it's the way it goes. That's part of life. I know some people that are out here, they're homeless. They actually will get up and actually knock on windows and beg people for money. I don't do that. I hold the sign, and if they give me money, they give me money. If they don't, they don't.
First of all, what's your first name?
James.
How long have you been living on the street?
About 6 years off and on.
How did they get to this point?
Because I'm an alcoholic. I like to drink every day.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to get my Social Security end of this month, and I'm going through general assistance. I'm staying at the shelter right now, and I'm trying to stay out of jail. I've been in and out of the county jail all my life. I did prison time, and just trying to stay out of trouble.
What were you in prison for?
Assault and battery.
But it sounds like you want to turn your life around?
Yeah.
Can you turn your life around and still drink?
I don't know.
Yeah. As I look around here and I just see, I see a lot of empty booze bottles.
That's my friends.
Now, has your friend?
I stay in a shelter. He likes to sleep outside.
He likes to sleep outside. Now, where do you sleep?
In the shelter.
Oh, you live in the shelter. Now, your friend's outside panhandling, right?
Yeah, he's holding the sign.
Yeah, so you panhandle also? Is that how you get your money?
Mm-hmm.
How much money can you get in a day?
Well, it varies. Maybe 40 to 50. Yesterday, or the other day, we was just sitting here. He was asleep next to me, and I was sitting here drinking, and a guy came by and gave us 520s. And so that's how, for right now, that's how I support my habit until I get my SSI. Mm-hmm. So I like to drink, and that's what I do.
What would you want people to know about the life that you live?
They couldn't handle the life I live. I slept in a lot of places that normal people would be scared to sleep.
I've been walking down streets and people would be scared to walk down. You know? That's the kind of life I live.
Have you been the victim of violence living on the street?
What do you mean?
Like one night when you're sleeping or you're just on the street, have you been the victim of somebody else attacking you?
No. Because people usually know me on the streets or know of me. And it's the wrong thing to do, you mess with me. I'm a very light sleeper. When I sleep, if I happen to sleep, I've never slept out here where he does. But I've slept under trees, parks, alleys, and people know me or know of me.
You say you want to get help. You want to get better. What are you doing to get to that point?
Well, I'm going through general assistance right now. They help you with housing. I'm under the way of getting Social Security or disability, because one thing you should know about me, I'm mentally ill. That's why I'm getting SSI, because I'm mentally ill. I take psych meds, and yeah, I'm not stably right in the mind.
Have they been able to? Anybody able to help you with your mental illness?
Yeah, I go see a therapist.
Yeah. Where do you go?
To Lutheran Family Services.
Cool. All right. Best of luck to you, my friend. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
So what's your first name, sir? And
Todd.
And how did you end up in this situation?
Bad health. I couldn't find a job, and it's been really bad.
What kind of bad health?
I have bone deterioration from chemotherapy, so it's really hard. It really is. I had pain all the time. I've had it 17 years ago, but they told me after like 10 or 15 years that you would get bone deterioration from the chemotherapy, and that's what's happening. That's why I can't work. I had pain all the time, man.
So
I'm serious. It really sucks.
the other people that I've talked to so far have all said like drugs and alcohol were an issue. Was that an issue with you too?
No, just bad health.
Are there government agencies available to help you in your situation?
I haven't really tried, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know where to go exactly. That's my problem. I don't know where to go, and
Yeah. Where do you go? We got some bad weather coming in tonight. Where do you go in the weather?
I do have a place to stay.
So you have a home?
Well, not a home, but I stay with somebody. Yeah.
Okay, so you stay at a friend's house or a friend's apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. When you're on the street corner, about how much money can you make in a day?
It depends. It depends on the day, the people, what time it is. It varies. It could be from $10 to $500. I've gotten $500 up here before.
You've had a $500 day.
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Back, not this May, but the year before, last May, I made $500 up here.
Okay, so when you make that kind of money,
Not all the time.
I know all the time. But you notice like if you have certain signs work better than others.
That don't matter. That doesn't matter. That's just, it don't matter at all. I've had all kinds of signs, and it's the same either way, really.
What does your sign normally say?
I thank you for your help. God bless you. That's what mine says.
Yeah. Do you get any other government subsistence or any Medicare or
Nope.
anything like that? No?
Nope. I don't get nothing. Nothing. This is what I do. This is what I get.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I get.
So what's the prognosis for your health situation?
Might have about a year to live, maybe. Maybe. If I'm lucky.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
What was your life like before this?
Pretty good. A lot better than it is now.
I would imagine. So, did you have a job, a family, and?
Yeah, I used to have all that stuff.
So, was it because of your bone deterioration that it all went?
Well, I lost my family. My health is gone. I'm not in a good situation.
Well, first of all, your first name. What's your first name?
Corey.
You're living here on the street. You got your belongings in the shopping cart. How did it get to this way? How did you get here?
Out of high school, I just didn't feel like working any. So, no reason, just been homeless. Yeah,
So you just don't like working? Is that it?
I didn't graduate high school, yeah, the answer would be GED. You know, yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so you didn't. Were drugs involved? Were you getting high and partying a lot?
You know, yeah, I do the meth.
You what?
I do meth.
Meth?
Yeah.
You had meth. Are you still on drugs? Are you still doing meth?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so when you're on the street here, when you're
How you doing?
good, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi there. My name's Tom.
Okay.
I'm a podcaster, and I'm also a longtime broadcaster here in town. And we're just talking about the situation, about what it's like living on the street and stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
And I got all his approval and everything with it, so yeah. And I'd be happy to talk to you guys too as well if you'd like to.
It's all good.
All right, cool.
We're not here to fight or anything.
Well, no, I didn't think so. I just wanted to know you were coming over here to see what I was doing. I wanted to explain to you what I was doing.
Copy, cigarettes? Copy?
That's all.
I got me to that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I got me to that.
Nice to meet you too, sir. So anyway, I'll be with you in a second. And so how long have you been living like this?
I'm 29 since I was 18.
So about 10 years or so?
Yep, 10 years. Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, I enjoy
Really?
it. Yeah.
What do you love about this life?
Oh, you know, no girlfriend or anything like that, but you know, I like it. You know, I'm just, you know, I ain't putting nothing together. You know.
Yeah.
And don't really have no work to ever be interested in. Or, you know, I chose the homeless run, the homeless job, HOMELESS.
Do you have family here in town, or are you from Omaha originally?
I'm from Glenwood, Iowa.
From Glenwood, Iowa.
Yeah.
Do you have family there, or has your family tried to, you know, straighten you out?
Oh, I stopped talking to them. You know, I thought it'd be a good decision to say I don't have no family.
Okay, so no family. That would you consider the people on the street to be your family?
Oh no, you know, no, not really.
Yeah. Okay, so now I assume you get your money from panhandling on the street.
You know, I make pretty good money actually. I got a nice. I make pretty good money. Yeah.
How much money can you make on the street like that?
I'd be honest, I'd be all fraud actually in the way I'd be running it. You know. Yeah, I got debit card, but I ain't supposed to do the credit. You know what I mean? The debit is good, but the credit is no good. I should never use the credit actually.
Okay, I'm confused about that. So you have a debit card. You have a bank account.
Yeah, I got one debit card. Yeah.
Okay. On a typical day, how much money can you make?
Oh, quite a bit. And, you know, I got money. Yeah. I just yeah, I got some good stuff. You know. Yeah.
Do you make money selling drugs as well?
You know, no, I don't do that, nothing. But you know, I believe in Illuminati. When I believe in them, my money.
I'm sorry, you believe in what?
Illuminati, like Hollywood. You know, I believe. You know, like you know, that Christian. I'm a Christian. Yeah. So everything would be based off that, you know, just being a Christian. So at 29 years old, I'm pretty good and fun, yeah.
So you consider yourself to be a Christian?
Yeah.
Do you go to any of the homeless shelters here? Do you go to Sienna Francis House, or do you go to Open Door Mission?
No. I don't actually hang out or talk to people or try to be a friend with anything or anybody. You know, I don't do anything really, but. Nothing I really talked about actually. I didn't really got much I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like at night, where do you sleep?
Oh, right around the corner.
So they're on the street here in the right off of Saddle Creek. But if you have a bank account, don't you need an address?
You know, you know, everything I do that's pretty good. Luckily, at 29 years old, I was able to, you know, use Amen. And when I was able to do that, then I'm pretty good. That and my show is Christian. Yeah, that's how it ended.
Do you see yourself changing at any time? Anytime do you see yourself trying to like get a job and get a house?
luckily, no, not really. I'm, no, really.
So, if you end up dying on the street alone, you're okay with that?
I can't get into that stuff because I'm old enough, I'm 29 years old, but I know how to take care of myself, But at this point, I got to get going just because I can't get involved with conversations like this or be involved with, putting others in danger, Me, I'm not in danger.
You're
but
what?
I'm not no in danger.
Uh-huh.
But I am in pretty dangerous situations, And when I am actually, it could, get pretty bad, What I mean by that is they could actually come after you too. And I'm not trying to be funny, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, last question then.
Amen.
Last question. Is there anything you'd like people to know about the life you live?
No. I see myself doing pretty good. Yeah.
You're happy living this way.
I'm pretty good at one thing. Being I can't think of it, but yeah. I came to this. I was a Christian. Now I believe in original gangster, and when that's my Bible choice, then that really does make complete good for me. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
There you have just a small section of the people that you see as you drive down the road. I was told one time by a person that works in the homeless business, I guess. She works at a homeless shelter. And she told me and said, don't give it to the people on the street. Don't give it to them because if you look, most of the time they've got really good shoes because they're going to be on their feet all day. And I'll admit, there were some decent shoes of these people that I talked to. I will say this. If you want to help, you can help out by donating to the Open Door Mission or the Sienna Francis House. Also, you can help by going and donating and helping out mental health facilities here in town. Go online and check out the Omaha and Douglas County mental health facilities. The number one mental health facility in town is the Douglas County Jail. Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way, but politicians don't get elected by saying they're going to raise taxes to help the mentally ill. Because, as I said, you just drive by them on the street, you don't give it much of a thought. Now at least you know some of the things they're going through. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and make sure you join us every week for another episode of Becka's Talking.